If I'm OKC, the biggest thing that I'm addressing going into game 2 is how to keep Wemby out the paint on both ends. Yesterday, we watched him bully OKC in the paint and keep them out the paint on the other end. And the reason why that's the case is this is really what Wemby's reach is once he gets to stay in the paint. He owns the inside of the perimeter. So how do you keep this 7'5" alien outside the paint on both ends offensively and defensively? And I think the answer is maximizing your interior defense while still having enough shooting to have a 5-out roster. The problem is that OKC's personnel does not have that. OKC doesn't have a perfect lineup to execute that game plan. Their second best interior defender, which is Isaiah Hartenstein, doesn't spread the floor, which means Wemby gets to stay in the paint. And while Jalen Williams can spread the floor, he's too small to be a consistent rim protector against guys like Stephon Castle and Dylan Harper, who's going to drive into the paint. Essentially, what OKC would need is two Chet Holmgrens, one to guard Wemby and the other one to do the rim protecting job. And then on the other end, you would have two big men that can spread the floor, which means OKC can play a 5-out offense and thus keeping Wemby out the paint. Essentially, the archetype that you need to nullify a guy like Wemby just so happens to be the most sought-after archetype in the league and the most rare archetype, which is a rim-protecting, floor-spacing big man. And realistically, you would need two of those guys to keep him out the paint on defense. So with that being said, what type of lineup would you like OKC to run the most going into Game 2 to execute this game plan?